Hi guys, welcome to QuestLab. This is a section for love and its questions.
No perfect person for any perfect person. Yes. When you're going on a date, the lady is expecting you maybe to send a ride to come and pick her from the house to come to eat food that you're going to pay for.
He's lost for words. Did he blow?
Yes. When they divorced.
I cannot say I want to marry Tommy, but Tommy does not have that conviction.
You agree though? So you
Obviously, it's not going to be well. Can you at least spare a couple of hours?
in that kind of scenario, who is going to pay?
I wear the trousers in the relationship. I'm the one who's leading.
What is that? Well,
You don't agree? You don't have to worry. As the tears are flowing, let your father hear you. It's like a puzzle, and all those things have to be in place to make it complete.
I feel like there are a lot of people that will drag you on this.
It's a difficult one, but I want to be with somebody that I feel like, oh, what this guy.
Can't do without you.
Yes.
Hello guys, welcome to the first episode on QuestLab, and this is love and its questions. Yeah, so I'm here with a very special person, a very victorious person, a very beautiful person. She owns a makeup business. She's a nurse, so obviously everything you do with the makeup is healthy. I call her Big V, even though she's small. But a name to you guys is Victoria. Hope we got a drum roll for that. Victoria,
Hi.
kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Victoria, like Tumi has already said. I live in Hull. I'm a nurse and I'm also a makeup artist.
Gracias. So straight to business.
Wow.
No time to waste.
Wow.
Because we are going to be breaking some tables here
pressure.
today. Love and these questions. Yeah. Before I move on, please, so that they won't take me off this job. So before I move on, because the questions are going to be very, 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 very conversational. I'll be giving a shout out to Powerclitus.
Ooh.
A shout out to Grace and Glimmer. A shout out to Yaya AGC for putting this together, for sponsoring us. Yeah, thank you guys so much. So on to the very first question. We know this is love and its questions. First of all, how do you define love? You.
Personally,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, the question is not here, but
Yeah. To me, I believe that love is not just something that you feel.
okay.
It goes beyond that. It is a decision to commit to someone.
Wait,
Ha.
did you read before coming here?
Tell me,
Did you
do you
read?
know, maybe I'm going to become a relationship counselor. You never know.
Answer is giving me ChatGPT vibe.
You don't rate me. You don't rate man.
Okay,
It
okay.
is. It is. I think the older I have become, the more my understanding of love has changed or developed, shall I say.
Okay. We thank God. Okay, so is love, let's do things by the books now. Is love a choice or just a feeling?
it's a bit of both. Like when you love somebody, there's a way you feel about the person that you don't feel about any other person. So there's an aspect of love that, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you feel like when you see the person, your heart just skips a beat. No, I'm joking. But I think there's a certain aspect of you that you feel somehow towards the person and that you wouldn't feel to any other person. And then I think as it progresses, it gets to that point where you do then make that choice or commitment to be with that person.
Don't jump. You're jumping. You're jumping.
You're asking
Don't
question.
jump. Okay, so according to you, love is both a choice
Yeah.
and a feeling.
I think, yeah.
I have a lot of questions in my head. So, the difference between infatuation, love, and deep commitment.
I think the three love and infatuation sometimes can be confused, or what's the word, for lack of a better, maybe misunderstood.
Okay.
People can see, like, you can see a girl, for example, and you're like, wow, this girl is amazing. She's beautiful. And in your mind,
That's infatuation, eh?
yeah, well,
Okay,
yeah, I define that as infatuation. It's like when you see, it's like having a crush. You know, like people have celebrity crushes, but you just see them, you just like them. Maybe you like the way they look, the way they talk, but there's no essence or substance to it. Like there's nothing that carries that feeling. It's very, should I say, on a surface level. That's infatuation, and it feels like it's love because it has that intense feeling to it, but it doesn't last. I think that's the difference between that and love.
It doesn't last.
No,
Okay.
infatuation never lasts. It's just very...
So, would you say someone can train his or her mindset for it to last? Because as a guy, I believe that a sense of attraction should be there first.
Of course, yeah.
And based on your definition, infatuation starts from attraction here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is it possible for someone to, see someone of the opposite sex and be like, this guy is looking beautiful, or this guy is looking handsome, shoot your shots. Then, eventually, you feel like you are not feeling the person again.
Yeah,
But because of that, how will I put it? Because of some people their background, like Christians, people that are religious, let me just put it that way. Because of their background, they know that love is not just about looks.
Yes.
It's about commitment. And because of that word commitment, they now want to hook themselves
to the
to the person. What do you think about that? Because to me, it sounds like it's all about infatuation. The only difference is that someone is committed to the infatuation.
No, I don't think. I think if it's like, for example, a guy can look at a girl and just think, oh, I'm just feeling the babe, but there's nothing more to it. I think to get to the point to be committed to somebody is something you cannot force. Do you understand? It has to just flow naturally. It means that it has gone beyond how this person look. You're then thinking of their personality, their morals, their values. You're considering all those other things apart from just how they look. You're not like, we're not saying you don't want to be somebody who doesn't look good. Yes, it's okay to be attracted to somebody or to be attracted to a girl, but what more? What else is there? It has to be something more.
You mentioned personality.
Yeah, like the way the person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand the meaning of personality. But I'm just saying,
It's too
before,
Yeah.
before you even say, okay, okay, as a guy, let me talk from a guy's perspective. So you get attracted to a lady. Then maybe you get to be a friend, get to know her.
Yeah.
Then, because I believe that nobody is perfect and there is no perfect person for any perfect person.
There's no perfect person.
That's in my own mentality.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
That's in my own mentality. There's no perfect person for any perfect person.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, it's more or less like I get to know you, then I start ticking all the boxes and be like, okay, I can do without this, I can do without that, I can do with this, I can do without this in this person. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the view sense, it's all about, to me, I feel like it's all about infatuation. It's just a matter of you knowing or you settling for your infatuations.
No, I think I don't agree. Oh, sorry. I don't agree with that, to be honest. I feel like the whole process of getting to know somebody is part of getting to see if they align with what you want, like from a relationship. So let's just give an example.
Okay.
Let's imagine like, okay, we're out, we're in town, and you see a girl. Like people say she's your spec. She's the type of, like, physically she looks like the type of person you
I will
would
never
want.
do that, but anyway,
Let's
let's
just
go.
assume,
I have too
because
much pride.
we're talking about infatuation. Like, this girl is your spec, and then
Okay.
you get to know her, and then let's say, for example, you went on a date and she was rude to a waiter. Does that change the way you feel about her? Like, if you were genuinely serious about wanting to be in like a relationship with this person, or you want to get to know them to see if anything can come out of it.
Please, I don't want to forget this question. This question just came into my head. You just give me yourself another question. So, for me, I don't like rude people.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And it's something I can't stand. So obviously, that is just a box that has been ticked out for me.
Exactly.
Guys, subscribe. You can share the link to other people to jump on this. Thank you very much. We are very humble here.
We are.
So now we're going to look at the modern dating scene and its challenges.
A lot of them.
There were a lot of questions in this section, but because of what it is, we will just ask the ones that I feel are all right. Why is the modern dating scene so complicated?
Like hard?
Say somebody else. Say you've not been. Say somebody has not got to ask you out in this.
Why is it hard?
In this period.
I think the world is changing, or has changed, and is still changing. Okay. And I think the perception that people had before of, for example, the role of a man and a woman, that's changing as well. So I think that's adding to the complexity of dating now. For example, we'll talk about social media that's contributing to that.
Okay.
We're talking about women being more independent and, being more forthcoming in terms of career-wise and stuff. And some guys still have that old mentality where a woman should be more in the background, reserved, at home. Yes, she can have a career, but not maybe a high-flying career woman. People now, like, there's a lot of online dating that has added to complications as well, where it's like there's so many choices. People have so many options that they no longer want to, they don't feel the need sometimes to commit, because they always feel like, the grass is green on the other side. So that willingness to want to work, to put the work in a relationship, is not as prevalent anymore. He's lost for words.
You're giving me ChatGPT answers. I'm not going to lie.
Man,
Okay.
who are the people that you're talking to? Because this is happening. This is real life.
So, I mean, I traveled to London.
Okay. Recently.
Yes, recently. And my aunt started asking me questions, relationship questions, I mean. And I was trying to make her to understand that the dating scene in this generation is difficult. And she asked me why, which
Wow.
I feel like I should give you the same analogy.
Okay, maybe yeah.
Okay, like in this generation now, you want to ask out a lady. First thing first, you guys are supposed to go on a date. Yeah. And when you're going on a date, the lady is expecting you maybe to send a ride to come and pick her from the house to come to eat food that you're going to pay for. Do you get? Well, in the past, they also do all this going out, going on a date, blah blah blah. But I think, do you like romantic movies?
Yeah.
Okay. You will see that, or you'll have noticed that when they go out for a date, they don't necessarily go out to spend stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
They probably maybe just go to the beach, just go to see a movie. But now in this generation, it's
different.
I mean, it's different. Do you agree?
I do. And I think a lot of it comes down to social media. It's like the things we're seeing online, in movies, it's like it has now set that standard where if a guy doesn't do that, he's not good enough. Because why wouldn't he get me a taxi to the date? Why is he not paying for the date? In fact, sometimes some girls even expect you to buy what they're supposed to wear to this date as well. But where are we learning these things from? Because it wasn't like this 30, 40, 50 years ago. Social media, that's why I was telling you that. That's why things seem to be more complicated compared to before. It's because we're seeing all these things. Like if you go on TikTok now and just put in date, like you'll see they'll buy flowers, roses, and all of
Yes.
that. On arrival.
Yes.
And if you don't do it, I'm going to be looking at you like, is he broke? Can he afford me? You start.
You know that's what is in your mind.
But the girl will start to weigh the gap. Like it's a bit. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Is it like what's he saying? Like what's this vibe giving? It's because there's just these unrealistic expectations that we have now, and I think it's crazy.
It's okay. You think it's crazy.
I do.
You think it's crazy.
Yes.
Okay. So you won't really see it as a necessity for a guy to send you a ride to pick you up to come out on a date.
No. I think again, it depends. People like different things. Some guys actually like doing these things for girls because it makes them feel like
Yes, our Niger guys.
Yeah, I'm a provider.
Okay.
I can do it. For me, the type of person I am, I don't see it as a deal breaker. Like, okay, he didn't get me a cab. It would be nice for him to offer to say, oh, I've got you right. But it's not like an obligation. It's not a must. You know, like some girls like, well, he didn't do this, so I'm probably not going to get to see him again. I don't want to see him again because he didn't do this, this, and this. For me, I'm more quite, if I really like the person and I'll make my own way there. And I might even offer to pay for the meal. And if he says, oh, don't worry, I'll pay, then I'll be like, yeah, that's fine.
You're not married, so I won't ask you. So I won't ask you this question as my mind.
No, for married couples might be different. But for me, I just why would I put somebody's son under that sort of pressure to do all these things for me?
Okay, someone's son. Thank you. Shake me. All right. So, do you believe in dating to marry mindsets?
Yes.
Or
Sorry.
Okay, dating to marry mindset or casual dating?
No. Don't do casual dating. No. You should date with an intent.
You didn't even allow me finish the question. You've already answered the question.
The truth is, it annoys me when girls do this, and it's almost as if you're just wasting time.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like we need to get to this point in society, especially girls and women, where you should be able, if a guy says, okay, this is what it is, I like you, that kind of thing, ask necessary questions. What is this for? Are you looking to get married? Do you just want to have fun? And then, because some guys do that, they'll date you for years, and then next thing you know, they'll meet somebody a couple of months and they're married and they're settled. Whereas with you, they were just trying to use you for vibes.
Taking you here, there, to show the world that I'm dating a very handsome guy.
Hey, is it by handsomeness?
Yes.
No,
I know situations like that.
you should always have an intention. When you, it's like saying, "Oh, I'm just going to follow this person," and just see where it goes. Don't do that. Have an intention, have a goal, have some of that, have a destination, and then it's like everything you do, you have an end goal in mind. That actually motivates you to want to do the right things, So if like you can work together, if you need to save, if you need to, the necessary conversations you need to have. Don't just date for vibes. Trust me, people do that these days because they feel like if they start having these conversations of, where is this heading? What is happening? Are we looking at marriage? It makes you look like you're desperate. Okay, maybe I am desperate because I wouldn't want anyone to come and waste my time unnecessarily. Have you done that? Because to me, the way you asked that question,
I've never done that before.
Some of the girls you've dated, you've told them that, okay, I like you and I would like to marry you.
You want to know how many girls I've dated?
Let's not even go there.
That's just to show you that I've not done much at all.
Me.
I'm holy. Thank you. I mean, you might not see it as that, but I mean,
No
people
comments.
that know. Another section. Relationships and red flags. When to walk away. You've talked about wasting time.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I even enter this section, how would you know that someone is wasting your time?
You will know by the answers he gives when you ask necessary questions, like, where is this headed? No, it's true. What intentions do you have for me? That kind of thing. You will just know when a man's wasting your time because the answers he will give are either you're not comfortable with it, or it's leaving you in a sort of lingo and in a gray area where you're like, I'm not sure if where we're even going. That's how you know a man's wasting your time.
Oh God Almighty. There's this film. Jesus.
So Togo Parana.
No. There's this film by Tyler Perry.
Oh, okay.
God,
It's on Netflix.
I've forgotten the title. Before they got married, the guy didn't have money. And it was still more or less like he was trying to waste her time. She went against her family's wish. She got married to the guy, and it took years before the guy hit jackpot.
Okay. Oh, I think I know what.
The movie is a very popular movie.
Yeah.
So, would you see what the guy was saying as? Would you see what the guy was saying as probably trying to waste? Like, let's be practical now. I believe that's a very practical question.
So what do you mean? As in a guy that he didn't have money,
Yeah.
but then she still decided to go ahead and marry him anyway?
Yes, like all his answers when she was asking him questions, we are more or less like he believes in his projects, that his project is gonna blow one day. Because it was just one project we all knew about in the movie.
Okay.
Which,
and did he blow?
Yes. When they divorced. So, because to me, I feel like she walked away from the guy. If someone gives me the kind of reasons and the kind of words that was coming out of the guy's mouth, I too would walk away.
There you have it. You've answered your
That's your answer
question.
too.
You've answered.
No, that's my answer. I want to know what you think.
Like I said, any girl. Okay, if you're watching this and you don't know, know now and know peace.
Okay.
If you want to know if a guy is really wasting your time in a relationship, the very obvious answer will be that there'll be no direction. A guy telling you that he's hoping his business will blow, I wouldn't necessarily say he's wasting your time, because I mean, he's telling you of plans that he has. A guy that's wasting your time would not. There's just no sense of direction. You just don't know where you're going. It's almost like taking each day as it comes. That's basically it.
Okay. Can I answer that question?
Yes.
Let me do like someone else says. Small.
So you're saying I don't have sense.
Okay.
Tell
Okay.
me.
So I believe all this dating and whether marriage, I'm not talking about marriage.
Dating, yeah.
Dating, relationships. Before they start, we should pray about it.
Of course.
So I believe that once you pray about it, I mean, signs of when to walk away will be so obvious, even without you wasting time with the person.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the way I'll answer that question.
So
I mean, I don't think Tyler Perry showed any parts in the movie where they were praying. Yes, I'll be factual. Yes. Yeah.
okay. I'll take that.
So
So you pray.
I just took it to school now.
No, it's not. No, but no. To me, that's your understanding of how you go about it.
Okay.
It differs from everybody.
Okay. Oh, now we are getting somewhere. The way ladies think is different from the way guys think.
Of
Okay,
course.
continue.
So what I'm saying
go.
is, it's different for everyone. If I meet a guy, yes, I'll pray about it. But sometimes, even when you pray and you have that sort of reassurance that okay, there's that possibility there that this can go somewhere. The both of you have to be in agreement. He must also be in that place where he has also prayed and he also has the green light to go. I cannot say I want to marry Tommy, but Tommy does not have that conviction. So if the girl then comes and asks the guy, I've prayed about you, I have this peace of mind that this is heading somewhere, where do you see it going? And he's telling you, let's just be dating and we'll see. Would you not feel like actually we're not on the same page here? No answer.
Should I answer that question?
Yeah.
I will answer that question.
We move.
So, what are the biggest red flags in relationships
For who?
for you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
This is gonna be
How many people are seated here?
I won't tell you all.
Oh, I'm not asking for her. Just mention.
Just maybe one or two.
She's not going to ask us. She's not going to say her why, because she doesn't know. Maybe Tommy has intentions, or maybe anybody here has intentions. But anyway, answer. Thank you.
For me, as a Christian, a child of God,
Okay.
a red flag for me, people give this cliche answer, oh, he must be born again, he must be saved, he must go to church. For me, a man who does not genuinely love God is a red flag. People can pretend to be, oh, I'm a Christian, I go to church, I'm in this department, I'm a worker and another, but there's a love that you have for God that comes from a genuine
Sorry
place.
to cut you short. Do I like a child of God?
That's between you and God. That's between you and your maker.
No, I mean to you. Do I look like a child of God?
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Why did you ask?
Because I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But for me, a man who does not genuinely it's a red flag. And second red flag, a man with no purpose or sense of direction. Major. In fact, it's a red blanket. It's not even a flag. It's a big one. Because how are you supposed to lead me if you don't know where you're going? Are you feeling triggered?
No, continue. You just mentioned
I'm just gonna say 2 and leave it there.
Okay.
Do you want more?
Yeah, one more.
A lazy man. A man who does not believe in hard work.
Okay.
A man who's not kind.
Okay.
A man who believes he should, a woman should be at home, just have children and not work. Like, all these olden mindsets. Those are big.
My question as a D settled in my head. Okay, so because what you just said now is, I think you're just giving some people that are watching this, you're giving them some hints to what they will do to get a good girl like you.
But every girl's different, and my red flags might be different from someone else's. People, the whole idea of a red flag is sometimes it comes from past experience. Like maybe somebody has been or dated somebody in the past who, was a certain type of person that she didn't like. Obviously, in your next relationship, you know that, okay, I need to look out for this sign. So you cannot use me as the standard.
I'm not using you as a standard.
Every girl's different.
Don't worry.
My red flag might be different to the girl you're talking to.
I won't use you as a standard.
Exactly.
But what I'm just saying now is that you are kind of giving guys a cheat code, which is more or less like you have to go to church, then pretend. Anyway, I mean, I was an artist for a period of time, actor. Yeah, so I know that the more you embody a character, the more you become that character. So, is that a good thing when guys go to church and act all spiritual just because they want to
get a girl?
Spiritual means spiritual, all spiritual. Just because they want to get a girl, and in this case, they want to get Big V, Victoria.
They should not waste their time.
They should not waste their time. Because how will you know they are wasting their time? Because according to your definition now, you are more or less like, okay, according to your definition, it's more or less like when you say a guy, usually coming to church, blah, 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 hard working in church, doing everything in church. Not someone like me anyway.
Tell me.
Doing everything in church, conclude and say, okay, this guy is good looking, this guy is okay, and his pastor knows him. So you now look at the guy and be like, this guy is good, this guy is that. Do you think that gives him like an edge to approaching you? But in short, he approached you even before he approached you.
I listen to Pastor Kingsley a lot. I don't know Kingsley.
I know him.
Do you know me? Yeah. And he always, talks about people who pretend to come across more pleasing to women, and even girls also do it, where they'll, for example, pretend if they go to church and then the girl will agree to marry them, and then later find out that I'm not going to church again. No, I'm not doing that kind of thing. But this is where the role of the Holy Spirit comes in. You have to be able to pray about these things. Bible says that man look at the outward, but God sees the heart. So the Holy Spirit has a way of revealing certain things to you. That spirit of discernment where you're like, there's something about this person that I'm not 100% sure about. That's the only way, because there's some people who can pretend so well, that even you would be sold if you were going to make a decision based on just your human knowledge. But if you go to that place of prayer, the Lord will reveal where the heart of that person really is, whether it's actually committed to God or if it's just, I'm just embodying the character. And then by the time you marry the person, you get to see the real me.
Thank God.
You get, yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
If you are planning to act for that lady in church, think twice.
Go and pray.
unless thunder will fire you. Be careful. So, should you stay and work out your relationship, or leave when things become toxic?
Toxicity is an environment someone shouldn't stay in.
Okay.
I think it's safer to just walk away. Again, I'm talking about dating, right? Not a married couple. Because obviously if you're married, then that's different. But I'm saying if you're dating somebody and things start to get toxic, yeah, you should walk away. Why would you want to stay in that sort of environment?
I feel like it's more or less just legal documents that binds you together, that makes you understand that you are dating the person, and based on the Bible, is the do's and don'ts. While dating is more like you have the liberty to do what you want to do, obviously based on the scriptural conduct. So, would you say dating is more or less like a test, a trying time?
Yeah.
Towards the period when you get married and say, okay, fine. Now I made mention of ticking the boxes first. Towards the period of when you get married and now say, okay, I can take this nonsense that this woman is showing me, or this nonsense that this man is showing me.
Of course.
So you have the same ideology.
Yeah, dating is like rehearsal for marriage. I mean, you cannot expect that the minute you marry somebody that they'll change. So if there's anything that you're seeing, or traits or little behaviors that you're seeing that's making you feel uncomfortable or making you question certain things, then I'd say don't rush into the marriage expecting the person would change those behaviors. Don't get me wrong, people can, but
Wait, you said don't rush, meaning that the person can stay and work it out. Hey, Jesus.
No, what I'm saying,
this relationship thing is very complicated.
That's the thing. There's actually no rule book, but based on my understanding, before you get to the point where you're saying you're married to this person, if there are anything or any behaviors, patterns, or things that are making you feel uncomfortable, I wouldn't advise the person to go ahead and marry the person with the hope that the person will change. If, for example, everybody can handle different things.
Yeah.
What's toxic for me will probably be something be like, no, I can work this out.
Yeah.
So for me personally, if I feel like there are things that I cannot deal with, I personally feel it's better for me to walk away and still have my sanity than to lose my senses for a guy, hoping he'll change. What if he doesn't? You're having to live with that forever.
Okay. Some people are not even patient in the dating scene. They want to be patient in the marriage. Okay. No. To me, I feel like you should be patient in the dating.
So if somebody, if a woman is in an environment, or even a man is in an environment where a woman is abusive, that is toxicity.
No, that's
an extreme case. Let's just say that's extreme. But would you tell the person to stay and work it out?
Okay, the title of the film is Acrimony.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
I've watched it many years ago.
What are you saying?
No, I'm saying, for example, if somebody is being physical with you, or, abusive emotionally, financially, would you tell them to stay and work it out? I mean, I'm saying this is an extreme example.
While they are dating.
Yeah.
Not while they are married.
Yeah. While dating, would you tell them to stay and work it out?
Of course, I won't tell them to stay and work it out. I won't tell them to stay and work it out. Let me see it with my full chest.
The way you said with this,
because I don't be looking at me like, this guy is not sure. Okay, so let me move on to the next question. Money, power, and love.
Money, power, and love. Sounds like a movie.
Okay. You laughing. How much financial stability matters in love?
How much?
Financial stability matters in love.
I mean, you can't really put an amount to it, but
Hey, acrimony. Not remembering different things.
you need a certain level of financial standing. Like, you should have something going for you. You don't need to be the richest man, but you should at least, I think you should at least have a job, have something you're doing, no matter how small. I think it's important, everybody needs money, and relationships ain't cheap. Like, by the time you think about dates, gifts, Valentine's, Christmas, birthdays, you're spending money. And I think every woman wants to have that sense of financial security with whoever they're dating or hoping to marry. So you cannot just not have a job and not have anything going and still expect someone to commit to you. It's a risk.
It's a risk.
But this is just
Love
me.
is a risk
This
now.
is just my opinion.
Love is
Some
a
girls
risk now.
are different, or
Okay.
women are different. They'll be like, hey, I can hold it down. I'm working. He doesn't need to work. But for me, I think you should be doing something.
Okay. Let me talk to my homies, my
Especially
guys.
in this UK.
Let me talk to my guys. See, guy to guy. You shouldn't be useless.
Tell them.
You shouldn't be useless.
Tell
At least you
them.
must have something you are doing.
Yeah.
You must have some. I mean, you don't have to be rich.
Yeah.
But left to me, you must have something you are
Even
doing.
if you're
Because
studying.
I'm even in support of guys having 1, 2, 3, 4 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Even if all the businesses are still like
Upcoming.
on the
Yeah.
than for you not to have anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That brings me to another very controversial question. If you agree, you see the way I brought you into the limelight. It's not knowing that you are digging
Digging a hole for my soul.
Yes. So obviously you should understand that once a guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, you should understand that your time will be limited.
Yeah.
So where do you stand on that? You agree though? So you
Obviously, it's not going to be well.
yes.
I think you'll just have to have a discussion. Like, if that was somebody I was dating, I'll have a discussion with them. Like, look, I know work is taking a lot of your time, but can you at least spare a couple of hours for me? And quality time doesn't have to be hours. It could be 15 minutes, and it's still something. And I don't believe this guy's going to be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have off days, I'd hope.
Off days are Saturday and Sundays.
Not for some
And
people, though.
Eli Malunda, what's her name? I stumbled on this Instagram post again today. She was saying something like church life balance.
Yeah, you need that.
You want a spiritual guy. He works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And because of church life balance, and because you need him to be very spiritual, he has to be in church on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday to prepare for Sunday service, and Sunday service probably for ministration. Hey, Jesus, where's the time?
He'll make the time, oh. He'll make the time.
Where's the time? Oh?
He'll make the time because no, he will. He will. He'll have to.
He doesn't have anything to say. He said, "You have to."
He'll have to make the time, no matter how small. And sometimes you don't even need to see the person physically. You can call them on the phone, FaceTime. It's still time.
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's not like, oh, you must make time, must go on this date, you must do this. No, it's just something as simple as, oh, let me just FaceTime you for 10 minutes. I'm about to go to work, but let me just see how you are and how you're doing. It's still something.
So what do I do that every day he and his partner does a FaceTime?
They FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not at work, they don't need to be talking.
Exactly.
They just on the video.
Yeah.
But
It's still
don't you
quality time.
think it's because of the lack of trust?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is it something that you can do?
As in, be on FaceTime and not talking and just saying,
Yes.
It doesn't mean you don't trust the person. It's knowing that they're there, like having that access to them. Like, oh yeah, we're just on FaceTime. It's for some people they like that. Like, we don't need to speak. Just be on the phone with me.
Do you like that?
Next question.
It's a simple yes or no. I like it. I don't like it.
Next question.
Hey, Jesus. Thank you. She likes that. She likes it. Okay. Hey, okay. The power struggle between men and women in a relationship. Who should lead?
The man. It's biblical.
So you're not all for.
It's not even debatable. I don't know why women are trying to fight men to be in that position to lead. We're not naturally called to lead. I mean, there are women that have had to stand in that position of leading when maybe the man has, for example, single parents are having to do that. But it's not a natural thing. It doesn't come natural to us. A man should be the one to lead.
A man. Okay, so according to you now, it just sounds like
another ChatGPT answer.
No. This is very natural. Don't worry. It just sounds like you're just saying men are to lead. Why are they to lead?
It is biblical. It is a man that goes to find a wife. A wife is not coming to find a man. So if you're coming to find me, a woman is a helpmate. So it already means that the man has something that he's doing that I'm coming to help him with. So if I'm now leaving,
okay,
who's helping who? So I mean that's my understanding of that question. It's from a biblical point of view, and I do strongly believe that the man's role in a home is to be that lead, that head. That is how God ordained the structure of the family to be. And that's how, as a child of God, that's what I stand on. And I know for other people, this might differ where they feel like, well, I wear the trousers in the relationship. I'm the one who's leading. I'm the one. Some women prefer that role, where some men like to just be more laid back and let the woman lead. But for me, I personally believe following the standard, the structure of how God wants a godly home to be, then the man has to be the head. So it's God, the man, the wife, and then obviously have the children.
Okay. Well,
you don't agree?
Of course, I agree now.
Okay, because to me, I always have a controversial point of view. And I've been worried
can a woman earn more than a man without issues?
Yes.
Calm down. Let me see. Don't rush. Let me land with my questions first.
Yeah, land. Can a woman? Yeah, of course. Why not?
They can.
And it takes
without issues.
For some people, it might cause issues because there's some men who feel intimidated by women earning more than them.
People have been saying that to you.
It's true. Because some men have that ideology of, well, I should be the one who earns the most money in the home. I should be the one who is the main provider. But it doesn't always work like that. There are homes where the wife earns more than the man. But as long as that respect is there, where the woman doesn't make you feel you're less off a man because she's earning more, then I don't see any problem with that. But some men, their pride, their ego, they'll be feeling somehow.
Do you think this is not in the questions, in list of questions? Do you think it's okay, or do you think it's a necessity for a woman to tell her husband how much she earns?
As in they're dating or they're married?
Hey, both.
I don't see the reason.
Hey,
why not? Again, if you're dating somebody with the intention of getting married to the person, or if you're already married to somebody, I feel like there's certain things you wouldn't necessarily hide or keep a secret because you already that trust is there.
From what you're saying now, it's a good thing for people in relationships to have that conversation about their financial stance.
Yes, even before you get married.
Before they get married.
Yeah, it's very... again, this is what I was saying earlier. That these are the key conversations you need to have. How will our finances look when we're married? You know, are we having a joint account? Please have the conversation. No?
Yes, you have the conversation.
Yes. Who pays for what? Who pays what bill? Who does what?
I actually have that kind of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just give you this scenario. You are to meet up with someone for the first time.
Okay.
You guys probably just met online and you want to meet up with the person and you pick a meetup spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably maybe a mall.
Yeah.
That he or she wants to get something from. In that kind of scenario, who is going to pay? Or who do you think should pay?
The woman, did you know, she's the one who left the house wanting to buy something. Although, again, some guys can still offer to pay, but why are you feeling like this guy is obligated to pay for something that you wanted? You left the house to go and buy.
Okay. She has.
Why are you making women look as if we like to beg for money?
Okay.
What girls have truly been dating?
What you say?
I don't know
What girls have I been dating? Oh my
People
god.
always ask you to pay for things for them.
How many people have I dated?
Okay, next question. Sorry.
If I tell you that I've never in my life experienced relationship now, you will say it's a lie.
This is a big age.
It's okay. Thank you. The walls are his. Okay. So, heartbreak and healing. Moving on after love falls. How do you heal from a broken heart?
People go about it in different ways. You know, what works for me might not work for you.
Yeah. I want to know what works for you.
At the age I'm at now, I know better. Yes. Okay. I think, you know, it's okay to go through the heartbreak now, to be honest, rather than go through something like that when you're married. And so I always feel like the one thing I would do if my heart was broken is to accept and acknowledge it's happened and I'm hurt. Because a lot of people are sometimes in denial about it. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm a strong woman. No, it's okay. It's happened. Cry about it. It's okay to cry. Even Jesus cried. You know, it is an emotion that you have to feel. It's a process that you have to endure. But you should always be hopeful that it's something you'll come out of.
Okay.
You know, speak to somebody about it.
Okay.
Pray about it.
Okay. You sound like someone that has a favorite heartbreak song. What's your favorite heartbreak song? What's your favorite? I mean, just say it.
You don't have to worry.
Jesus.
And don't you be afraid.
Oh my God. It's okay.
Joy comes in. As the tears are flowing, let your father hear you. It's okay. He sees that you're hurt. He sees that your heart is broken. No, Tommy, have you broken your heart before?
Who will break
I had one heartbreak when I was in uni, and I don't want to talk about it because, man, I think once you go through a heartbreak like that, you use it as for character building. Sorry.
She slammed her heart.
There's a heartbreak I went through, and honestly, if it wasn't for God, I don't think I'd have pulled through.
So you were just listening to that song?
Breakfast.
And you were listening to that song?
Yes. All sort of gospel songs I was listening to. You know, I just wanted to be by myself, but you know, you should also have good friends. Like, I lived with my friends in uni at the time. It was 3 of us in the house, and you know, in the evening, those sort of it, I just have a shower. Let's go out. Let's go grab something to eat. Let's go and get some dessert. So we always used to go to Cafe Gelato on Newland Avenue, and they always try and cheer me up. So you definitely need that support system, because if not, I'd have been in my room, not wanting to see anybody, because I was upset. You know, it was painful. Heartbreak is painful. So yeah, that's what I did anyway. It worked.
Some people that used to deliver their heartbreak, they won't understand.
They won't understand.
They won't understand. So be guided.
Be guided, oh.
Before you do it, think twice. You see what some people go through. All right.
That was then. No?
That was then. You said that anyway. Why is it then? You believe it can happen now? Sure.
It cannot.
Why? What gives you that clarity that it can't?
Because I will dump them before they dump me. I'm joking. I will serve the breakfast before I'm served. No, I'm joking. I think there's just some situations I wouldn't put myself in anymore. Let's just leave it there.
In your mind, you think I was going to ask what situations?
They always say that there's one breakup here in your life that you will go through, that once you've gone through that sort of breakup, there's nothing else that will shake you. I feel like that was it for me.
Let's not even ask further questions. She's already iron lady when it comes to love. Okay, that's good. Should exes ever remain friends?
No. I think.
Wait, he said I think. I'll let give you a shake, but let me keep my shake. So yeah.
No, I don't think they should. It will not be easy, but I think there comes a time where you need to just break apart. It's done. The relationship is done. There's no need to carry that baggage.
So how long should someone wait before moving on?
There's no time frame. There's no specific time. But I always say, again, there's a book that Pastor Kingsley has, and it's called Heal Before You Deal. Before you make that decision to move on, please make sure you're in a place where you have healed from whatever's happened before, and you're ready to put yourself out there again.
So where you are saved, did you call your ex and ask for closure?
No, don't do it. Girls, don't do it.
Because I know some people do. Some people say they want to get closure from their exes.
What did I do?
Yes.
No. The truth is, the honest truth is, sometimes this closure girls pretend they're trying to seek is just an attempt to see if they can rekindle things. And sometimes, men, not all guys are truthful. A guy can just lie and say, oh, this is the reason why it's not you, it's me. When you'll never actually sometimes get the genuine reason why someone has decided to end a relationship. And this is what I've said. If you ever go through a heartbreak, just accept it. And make yourself a priority. And make that intentional decision to be like, you know what? This has happened. I need to move on. Because that person is not going to help you to heal. It is your responsibility now. What happens after that point?
Okay. I think you've just schooled me. And that is what you people are trying to do.
You didn't know this before.
What? I mean, how would I know? You're talking like you know.
It is mainly girls who are always looking for closure up and down. Trust me, you don't need it. You really don't need it. Just let it go and move on. It's just safer that way. It really is. Because sometimes you even hurt yourself more.
Sure, your closure should be a pillow. Yes. Your closure should be your pillow.
Yeah.
And your friends.
And God.
And God.
Yeah.
And God. Let me save his confidence.
Yeah.
Soulmates, destiny, and love. Does God truly send a life partner, or do we choose?
I think I'm in two minds about this. I think for the longest time, this has been something that I've always tried to get my head around. Is there one person for one person? Like, is there one man for one woman? or do we have the free will to choose who we want as a spouse? And I honestly, again, this is just my opinion, so correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I feel like for some people, it works that way, where God can actually speak to them and direct them to one person. Do you understand? And I also think for other people, it could be that you've met this person and you've prayed about them and you just have that sense of peace and, and that reassurance from God. It's not like God, appeared and said, "Oh no, this is not the person. The person you must marry is 5'5". She's dark skinned." No, I think it can be both, as long as the person you are presenting to God meets the godly standards of what a husband should be. Then I honestly don't see anything wrong with taking that step to marry that person. And I always refer this point of view back to the story of when Abraham sent, his servants to find a wife for his son Isaac. He gave a criteria of what they should look for. It wasn't like, oh, this person has to be, she has to be called this name, she has to be like this. Every time I think of that story, it reassures the view that I have that as long as the person meets those godly standards, then you can go ahead and marry that person.
Okay. Your answer was not ChatGPT, but it was spot on. But permit me to add this. You want to know if God is saying this is for you, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way, I'll tell you for sure.
Pastor
The easiest way. Figure out genotype first. Because I see a lot of people don't talk about genotype, but I see genotype as you knowing that yes, God has already said this person is for me, this person is not for me, right from the onset before you get to go. So figure out the person's genotype. Your friends, ask them if you feel like this is a person that you might maybe start developing feelings for right from the get-go.
Yeah.
How far? What's up? What's your genotype?
I agree with that. Please do it and save yourself the heartache, of knowing that you guys are not compatible.
She's a nurse. She knows better.
Do it on time. Do it early. Don't wait.
God, I have sense. So.
Small.
Okay. So, is it possible to love two people at the same time?
No.
Why?
I think sometimes it's easy to make yourself believe that you can love two people at the same time. But when you really get to the nitty-gritty of what really is and the commitment and the work it takes to be committed to one person, I don't know how it's humanly possible to do it for two people.
So in short, mommies and daddies are lying. That they love firstborn, second. No, it's the truth now.
It's a different kind of love.
Okay.
This is romantic love. But no,
it's a different kind of love.
No, that one is. I even with parents, I honestly think parents sometimes have a child that they like more than the other.
Same here.
Right?
Even that they're twin, I believe that they like someone that they like the other.
Every parent has their preference, to be honest. But I think to a certain degree, yes.
But I believe that it's not a question that is meant for children to ask their parents. Don't go over and go ask your parents too.
No, don't do it.
Okay, so is falling out of love a valid reason to end a relationship?
Falling out of love. Yeah.
It's a valid reason.
I think so. It doesn't take love to uphold a relationship or marriage, but I think love plays quite a significant part.
Love is not everything.
It's not.
In a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Question is falling out of love a valid reason to end a relationship?
I think so.
But love is not everything. If you think so, I believe there are some other qualities
Yeah.
based on what you said that can stand in the place of love.
Like.
Maybe self-esteem, maybe the way the guy cooks, or the way the lady cooks.
Mhm.
You feel like you're going to be eating good food. Or he sends you a ride.
Don't get me wrong, all those things are good, but love still plays a huge role in being in a relationship. It's not just about everything else. It's like how do I say it? It's like a puzzle, and all those things have to be in place to make it complete. And I think love carries quite a significant part. And if you take that away, this is not marriage, this is relationship we're talking about. I mean, in a marriage, you probably say there are other things you can do to see if you can rekindle that love. Why would you force something if it's not?
If it's not working.
Yeah, if it's not coming natural, why tie yourself down?
Okay, so in this section, I just need a yes or no answer.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Don't worry
How many
about
minutes
it.
do we have? No pressure.
Hey, she's not married. She's not married.
Yet.
If I see you're not married, it doesn't matter whether yet or later. If your partner cheats, would you forgive them or leave?
Maybe.
Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. What is that? Maybe. Okay.
I'll say, okay, say yes or no. No maybes. I can't say maybe. Okay. If my partner cheats, would I leave?
And you have to back it off. Because from this one I'm hearing, maybe you have to back it up.
I would probably say no.
I'm going to ask that question again because I want you to be sure. Not probably.
Are you trying to convince me to change my answer?
What's my business with your answer? You forgive, fine. Will you stay or leave?
It's a difficult question to answer yes or no to. It depends on the like I need the whole story. Like I need the details. I need to know. So
No, we all know that there are different scenarios.
This is tricky. Oh my god. I feel a bit tense now.
To me, when I saw the question, I was like, this is just a simple yes or no.
No, I wouldn't.
You won't leave.
No.
Wait, you won't leave the relationship?
Not immediately. There are lots of factors that I'd have to consider in the whole to make me make an informed decision. But as of right now, I probably wouldn't.
I feel like there are a lot of people that will drag you on this. Okay.
I think everybody's different.
I don't know why I am not comfortable with that answer. Do you believe? Okay, maybe because you're a lady. Okay.
Yeah, guys,
okay,
guys,
okay,
they'll be like, no,
okay, so
they're not staying.
we should have a guide on this.
Yeah, you should actually
dating
and see how perspectives
its
differ.
questions. Yeah. Do you believe in soulmates or is it just a romantic fantasy?
I don't know if I believe in soulmates, so it's not biblical, to be honest.
For that statement, thank you. Answer the question, please.
No, I don't.
Oh, because I gave you a shades. You just want to know. Okay, so
I'll go and ask Pastor actually. Are soulmates?
you go ask Pastor.
Yes.
Are you
Pastor
kidding?
T or not. So. Pastor, I'm like, from what to?
Okay, so would you rather marry someone you love or someone who loves you more?
God, please help us say the right answer.
Oh, you want to check ChatGPT?
I'm so blocking your number
How do you
after this.
question?
You're gonna be blocked.
Yeah.
I think I'd want to marry someone who loves me more.
You want to marry someone who loves you more?
Yes.
Why?
I think every human has their shortcomings, and I'd want to believe that I want to hope that my marriage isn't just sailing on on how I feel about the person. But there might be times I might look at him and just think, oh, I don't like this person anymore. Just one out. But I think it's always a nice feeling to feel like, nah, this person
Someone
just
loves you more.
adores me. Like, yeah.
To me, I feel it's unfair.
It's not unfair because the person doesn't have a problem with loving me more.
Actually, I feel it's unfair.
No.
And this is the reason why I feel it's unfair.
They always actually say marry a man who loves you more than you love them. Have you heard that before?
I've never.
I've heard it before, Sha.
And maybe you're.
But me, I want him to love me more because, man, I know I ain't perfect. And yeah.
We all are not perfect.
You cannot measure love. So I wouldn't know on like what we're using to measure who loves who more. Is it by their actions, what they do, the things they say? It's a difficult one, but I want to be with somebody that I feel like, oh, what this guy.
Can't do without you.
Yes, who doesn't want that?
Well, so we are done. And thank you guys for watching. Those on live, those that are still gonna see the video after. Thank you for joining us on QuestLab on love and its questions.
Yes.
We hope you share, like, subscribe. So, you know me, I'm not that hospitable. So we
Stop!
from the
my-
team, basically.
You
Yeah.
guys didn't have to. This is lovely.
I'm not happy.
I know this was not Tommy's idea.
Okay, obviously she knows.
Oh, this is
Okay.
guys.
So-
Look.
Enjoy your handbag.
Thank you so much for having me, QuestLab. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've enjoyed every minute of it. And I'd love to come again. This is me inviting.
To collect on that bag.
Not for the bag, but it's been fun. And like I said, just let God lead your relationships. There's really no rule book on how to go about this thing. Be a prayerful person. And yeah, let God be the lead. And I pray that the Lord will direct you to meet the right person at the right time. And everything will work out just as the Lord has ordained it. God bless you.
Hallelujah.
And see you again soon.
She has ended it for us.